Are you looking for the next beer to try? Well, maybe Founders Backwoods Bastard 2018 is the one for you. Welcome back, everybody. So we are going to try Backwoods Bastard from Founders. This is the 2018 vintage. As you can see, I have opened it. I did do a beer versus beer that I will link up here. I did the 2017 version of Backwoods Bastard versus the 2018 version just to see how well they're aging. Most of the time, I do wait until this goes on sale to pick it up because I know Founders is going to send out a whole bunch of it and it's going to be on the shelves for a while. So this year, the 2018 version, all the barrel age series have a blue border, where the 2017 had a red border. My guess is they're going to do a different color for every year, but I don't know that. They did make the print on this one bigger. It's almost too big, but this is 11% ABV. Bottled on date is 9/19/18, so about 4 months old from this review. Per Untapped, 45 IBUs, but I have to say the ABV on Untapped does say 12 or 11.2, but the back of this does say 11%. From the front of the bottle, ale aged in oak bourbon barrels is all that it has. It does have a description, but we will get into that more as we go. Head has died down. This one did have a bigger head than the 2018, but it did dissipate pretty quick. Off-white, khaki-ish, almost caramel colored head. If we take a look at it, ruby red brown is what I would say. As it's been warming up, I did have like more of a ruby red brown on the side and a darker brown in the middle, and now it's almost like it's mixed. That middle part has pretty much went away. I cannot see through it, but I can see the outline, but I can't see through it. Like, I can see my finger, so this is clearing up. My guess is that protein, that yeast, is starting to settle to the bottom. I did do the beer versus beer, then I did the review of the 2017, so this one has sat the longest. Let's go ahead and get a smell. A little oak, bourbon, sweet caramel malt is what I get out of this, but it's very, very faint. It's not in your face. The smell of the 2017 version is better than this, or more potent than this one is right now. Yeah, if anything, that bourbon oak alcohol is what you get out of this one, unless you really sit here and smell it. And if you're at a bar, I doubt you're going to do that like I do. So let's go ahead and get a taste. You do get that bourbon, that oak. I don't get as much as that sweet caramel. It's more of a malt than anything. It does go back, dissipates, a little bit of alcohol burn. As your palate warms up, I do start getting a kind of dark fruit, plum, dates, just barely, then sweet caramel malt. This one, to me, even though it's been warming up, it tastes a little young. Like those flavors haven't meshed together yet to really give you what the beer is. I would say if you like that barrel aged oaky vanilla kind of taste, you should drink this cold and you should drink it young. It's not, if anything, it's a little bit more carbonated, and it feels like those carbonation bubbles are scraping most of the stuff as it's going back. I did not really get that when I poured them for the beer versus beer, and I can look down into the glass and I do see bubbles coming up. You would think though it would be highly carbonated at the beginning and start tapering off, but I wasn't getting like those carb bubbles when I did the beer versus beer. Yeah, I think that bourbon oak, I don't get as much vanilla. I don't get as much vanilla, and I don't get as much caramel. It's more of a sweeter grain malt than it is caramel or toffee. Yeah, it tastes like it's young. If you're into barrel aged beers, like I said, bourbon barrel aged beers, oaky beers, I think you should drink this when it's young, when it comes out. I do prefer the 2017 version. On this 2018 version, I would have to go with a 4.25 out of 5. And I believe that is because I did the side-by-sides. And I do think the 2017 is aging well. This is the first time I've aged them. I had the 2016 and the 2017 on draft when they came out, but I do not have bottles of the 2016, so I cannot compare a older bottle. It will be interesting to see what starts fading first. And as I said in the 2017 review, if you're into this, if you do age beers, you should have a notebook to keep track of your notes, what you smell, what you taste out of each year. Because for me, being a beer tuber, I can go back and watch the video. But if you're doing this on your own to see when you like it the most, then I would get a notebook and start keeping track of that, the tasting notes and the smell, just so you can see, because my guess is from the 2017 and the 2018 version, they are pretty much the same. But in saying that, they could change, but if they do stay the same and say you like it best after 3 years, going forward, you know that, okay, I bought this in 2020, I have to drink them all in 2023 or something like that. I might skip a year because I did pick up a 4-pack of each. So go 2 years, skip a year, then do the next year just to see where they came out. But I might start buying a 2 4-packs just so I can keep it going longer to see where this fades off. Then once you find out where it's fading off, that will depend on how many you buy per year. So yeah, I would go on this one 4.25 out of 5. I think the 2017 version right now is better that it's older. Looking at Untapped, 17 of my friends have rated this, average 4.46 out of 5. Almost 8,500 people have rated it overall, average 4.17 out of 5. So going by this, just thinking out loud, I would say more people like the 2017 version than they do the 2018 version. But I did not go back and check to see how many have been drinking this now and rating it versus before, when it was fresh, say within the first year. So I don't know that, but Jeff M says, can't believe it's been 6 months since I had this. He did give it a 4.5, but Cody did give it a 4.25. But yeah, I just think, I think the 2018 version for my preference is a little too young still. It does need to age, but we'll see what happens next year. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.